Lamed Ches. What's Lamed Ches? Mem Aleph Lamed Ches. After Yosef interprets the dream, Vayuma Paro el Ravadov, Hanimsach Hazeisha Sheruach Elokimbo. Have we ever found a person that has the spirit of Elokimbo? This is the spirit of God, meaning what he's displayed through his interpretation of the dreams, Ruach Elokimbo. Rashi, Hanimsach Hazeh Hanishkach Kadein. Even if we go out in the market, we seek such a person. Is it possible to come upon such a person? It's interesting. If you take a look at the Midrash, Paro, when he said over the dream, he intentionally misled Yosef. He didn't give it over accurately. And Yosef said to him, no, it's not as you're saying, it's this way. Yosef already knew what the dream was. So from that itself, wasn't only interpreting the dream, this already, this Ruach Elokim. This already, he's divinely inspired. He knows things that it's not possible to know unless Hashem told him. Says Ruach Elokimbo. V'yomer Paro Yosef. Achrei Hodia Elokim Oscho Es Kozos. After Hashem has informed you all this, Ein Novon V'chochom Kamocha. It's interesting. That is a confirmation. There's no one as insightful or as knowledgeable or as brilliant as you are. And what does one thing have to do another? Meaning, if it's clear, Ruach Elokimbo. And because it's Ruach Elokim, he chose you to be the conduit. For Ruach Elokim, it is only because you're Novam the Chochem. I mean, that's a prerequisite. If a person doesn't have Chochem and Tuna, Hashem will not put his Ruach into that person. And since you have the Ruach Elokim that clearly tells us, Ein Novam Chochem Kamocha. No, he says there's nobody as insightful and as wise as you are.
But he's not right when he's saying you're probably smarter than I am. That's why he did it. That's one. The other thing is, how did he get power?
I asked you, what color is George Washington's White Horse? Green. If it says there's no one as brilliant, as smart as you, what does that mean? What does that mean? That means his wise men are not as smart. There's nobody like you in the world.
Right, in other words,
So what are you, you're turning over?
He's trying to say that God had nothing to do with it. You're smarter than my men.
What? How did you come up with that one? How did you come up with that one? First he says, I see the Spirit of God is in you. And because it is in you, therefore there's no one as brilliant and as wise as you.
All right, so the first question is, Paro understands that there's a God. So
Now you're going somewhere else, but we're working on your first comment.
Well, yeah, but one thing goes to the other.
No.
If he says that there is a God, then I can understand what he's saying. But if he doesn't believe there's a God, then he...
Well, evidently he does believe that there's... First, Elohim doesn't mean monotheistic. It means a spiritual power. Right? How do you refer to idolatry? Elohei Nechor. False gods. Elohei, they're called Elohei. They're powers. They worship deities. They're powers.
So he's not making a reference to the same God as taken from Abraham?
Well, what did Paro know from Avram?
Abraham was in China.
Yeah, okay, so he had Marcos. Therefore what? What he,
So
they
recognized Abraham God then.
They recognized he was somebody special. They didn't recognize. Again, Paro here didn't understand. Whatever, firstly, I mean, there's a Rebbeinu Bachi here all along. He says, Elokim Yana Shlom Paro, when he originally got the dreams. It's not me, Elokim. He says, you see, Elokim is showing you what's going to happen. Yosef keeps reiterating Elokim. Whoever that Elokim is, that's Ruach Elokimbo. That Elokim, he has the spirit of that Elokim within him. Right? Yosef continuously, he refers to Elokim. Bilodoy Elokim Yana Shlom Paro. He says, didn't I tell you, Elokim will tell you exactly what it was as he did? So now Paro was concluding. So have we seen anybody with the Ruach Elokimbo? He's one of a kind.
And was this story well known about the dream?
Within the inner circle, definitely. Within the inner circles, definitely. You see, the minister knew. The populace, probably not. Vatir tial basic. Therefore, you will oversee my household. Valpicha yisha kolami. So Rashi, what's yishak? They will be sustained, supported. Raka kise egdol mibeka. Only the throne I will be greater than you. Rashi. Enovel yishak yizam. Yisparnes kol tzorche ami yunasam yodecho. Whatever the needs of the country are. Kamo ben meshek basi. We find by Eliezer, he was called Ben Meshek, basic, right? He oversaw all the finances of Rome. Come on, Nashku Bar. Says something interesting in the Ramban. The Ramban says in Lamed Zayin, "V'yita v'adov b'eni paro." After he interpreted the dreams and he gave the solution exactly how to deal with it, it says it found favor in his eyes. U'be'eni kol avodov. So he addresses, he's the king. What does that have to find favor in the eyes of his servants, his subjects? So he says even more than that. He was an Ivri. No, he was an Ivri. So the Ivrim ate meat. The Egyptians didn't eat meat. He's a person who they despise whatever he represents. So therefore, he needed his subjects to also appreciate what he appreciated. He just couldn't force it upon them. Therefore, it says, not only did it find favor in his eyes, that he saw he's the only person who's really qualified to oversee, the preservation or preserving the food and guaranteeing there should be a future, he says. Vavushay Ivri. Vayasnuei Nefesh HaMitzrayim. The Ivrim, they hated the Egyptians. Or there was no association. There was no social contact between the Ivrim and Ki Tmeim Hem Etzlam. They saw them as contaminated. Therefore, he didn't want to appoint them to be the viceroy without their permission. Could you find such a Mitzri? They said, why do you pick someone else? The grass is always green on the other side. There's nobody qualified. You tell me who's qualified here. Is there an Egyptian that is qualified as him? Ki ruach al-kimbo, v'achri shahudu. And after they were in agreement, that's the reason why he first said, is there anybody like him who has the Spirit of God in him? So once they agreed to that, then Paro says, something, now therefore you're going to be. Hoya pishun tov noch meini par ubeine avodov, hoy beineim kilu kvar bo hakol, kmo shepos lehem. See, he deals with the question I asked. What is Ruach Elokim? They said, after God has revealed it to you, there's no one as Novan Chochem Kamocha. What does Novan Chochem have to do with Elokim Oscha? After God has revealed this to you, there's no one as insightful and as wise as you. Pasuk Lamed Tes. Right? So the Ramban says that because you had the ability to interpret the dreams, therefore, and also you gave the solution, so God, because of your God endowed how to deal with the problem, therefore you're the wisest. Not that because you're just endowed with intelligence. Regarding our issue, there's no one as wise and as capable as you are. After God has revealed to you how to deal with all the issues, therefore, we're not talking about human intelligence here. God instructed you how to do it. To be continued.